The reading today is Acts chapter 2 verses 1 and 2. When the day of Pentecost came, they were all together in one place. Suddenly a sound like the blowing of a violent wind came from heaven and filled the whole house where they were sitting. A few years ago, when we were in Cambridge, the college that Patrick was studying at had a Christmas party. We went along and it was held in a big marquee in the grounds of the college, and there was about 100 ordinands and their guests there. And obviously, being December, it was raining and it was windy. And whilst we were enjoying our mulled wine, all of a sudden an enormous gust of wind blew the marquee up about 3 or 4 feet into the air, and we all stood there waiting to see where it was going to land. But luckily the guide ropes held and it came straight back down again, and the guide ropes were secured, and we safely enjoyed the rest of our evening. And I can only imagine for the disciples, after when they returned to Jerusalem for the Pentecost festival, that Jesus had left them. He'd been taken back up to heaven, but he had promised them that they would be filled, baptized with the Holy Spirit. It would be a comforter to them. And then there they are, witnessing and experiencing God's awesome power. The wind is always such a good example of God's awesome power in our world. And they were filled, baptized with the Holy Spirit, that then prompted the next few chapters. We see they go out, and by the end of the day, 3,000 people have joined the church. And we read in John chapter 3 verse 8, "The wind blows wherever it pleases. You hear its sound, but you cannot tell where it comes from or where it is going. So it is with everyone born of the Spirit." So for us, when we are filled with the Holy Spirit, we don't know where it's going to take us. We don't always know when it's going to come. So just like those ordinands in that marquee in Cambridge, I hoped that they weren't full of this spirit, but that they were full with the Holy Spirit, as I hope you are too, so we can do God's good work.